Good day, grade 11s. I am your business studies tutor. I go by the name of Ms. Zulu. Today we will be looking at the challenges posed by socio-economic issues on businesses. Now we'll look at the practice questions. Choose the correct word or words from the words in brackets. A. Trade unions or employers' organizations represent workers in the workplace. Now, in this statement, we need to look carefully at the keyword that is going to guide us in order to be able to answer this question. So the word there is workers. So obviously, employers' organizations is going to be wrong because it has to do with employers. So the correct answer in this instance would be trade unions. Now, let's move on to the second question. Interest rates or inflation refers to the general increase in the prices of goods and services. So the general increase in the prices of goods and services, that would be our guide there. So obviously, interest rates, those are rates charged for the money that you have borrowed in a financial institution. So in this instance, it won't be relevant because we are looking at the general increase in the prices of goods and services, which is our inflation rather. Let us continue to our next question. South Africa has one of the highest or lowest rates of inequality in the world. So, looking at this statement, which one is going to be our correct answer here? Obviously, we are not the same. We are not equal in South Africa. So we have the highest rate of inequality. So the correct answer here would be highest, because you'd find that there are those who are poorer and there are those who are wealthier. So we are unequal. Let's move on to the next question. Crime rates are usually higher or lower in countries with high rates of unemployment. So obviously, if people are unemployed, how are they going to make their ends meet? Some are going to resort to crime. So crime rates are usually higher where people are unemployed or where there's high rate of unemployment. So the correct answer here is going to be higher. Let me just make this look nice. Okay, let's move on to our next question. Name any two examples of contemporary socio-economic issues that may pose challenges to business operations. Any two. We have our illiteracy, okay, let's move on. Read the scenario below and answer the questions that follow. Surprise Music Productions, SMP. Surprise Music Productions is a small company producing music at a local township. SMP is losing sales and income because of people who illegally duplicate and distribute their music albums. This leads to job losses in the company. Now, question number A, it says, identify the socio-economic issue applicable in the scenario. Let's look at our scenario again. So the first statement there that says, Surprise Music Productions is a small company producing music at a local township. It's just a statement. They are informing us of what this particular business is doing. SMP is losing sales and income because of people who illegally duplicate and distribute their music albums. So it has to be piracy. The challenge, their socio-economic issue, it has to be piracy. Now let's move on to the next question. Quote two negative impact of socio-economic issues identified from the scenario. Now we are going to look at the impact of piracy for businesses. Do not forget that. SMP is losing sales an income because of people who illegally duplicate their music. So this is the first negative impact of piracy. Then the second one would be this leads to job losses in the company. It's another challenge. Now let's look at the next question. Advise SMP on other negative impact of the socio-economic issue identified in question 3.1, which was piracy. It drives up the price of products in order to compensate for the loss in sale. So basically, piracy drives up the prices of products. Why? Businesses try by all means to cover up the losses that they have made through piracy by making sure that they increase the prices of goods that they are selling inside their business. The other challenge is it can undermine the music or film industry as they lose money. I think we've seen that some of our artists, when they die poor. Why? It's because of the piracy that is being practiced by people who don't support their music by buying directly from them or even buying to approve certain stores. So businesses or the music industry, actually, it loses the money that is supposed to be making, but because of piracy, they end up losing that particular money. The business lose out on productivity and profits. So because of piracy, business end up losing on productivity because our artists become reluctant to develop new talents, and the profits decrease because people are not supporting businesses as they are supposed to be supporting them, but instead they duplicate music, they duplicate movies, of which makes businesses to lose on their income, which automatically affects their profits. Now let's just go for a quick ad break and we will be back.